So the Federal Reserve met today and they gave their results of if they're going to raise the rate or not. And most people out there saw this as a non-event. And I think most people missed this major thing, which I think is foreshadowing or forecasting what's to come in the conversation Jerome Powell had after the meeting. I think this is one of the biggest pieces to hit crypto in a long time. And it's kind of exciting. And I think, like I said, I think most people missed it. So before we get into that, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you what he said, and I'm going to show you why I think it's important to crypto and important to moving forward. And let's just take a quick look. Today, even though there was no rate drop, the Federal Reserve chose not to raise the rates, not to lower the rates. They kept them the same. Crypto didn't respond crazy. It didn't drop out expecting, I'm glad that the crypto community wasn't expecting a rate drop today because nothing in the cards said that was going to happen. So luckily expectations were kept in check. And if you look at these things, I mean, a lot of the fart coin up 24%. Why? Bonk, all these with, some of the what do they call them? The meme coins actually improved considerably. Whereas the rest of the big market cap ones, Bitcoin was up 2.3%, XRP kind of flat on the day. So, God, it wasn't one of those events where everyone just ran and sold their crypto, thankfully. So I think we're going to get some normalcy in the market. But like I said before, I've got some, piece of info here that was towards the end of his hour-long talk after the Fed meeting. And this, I think, is extraordinarily important. I'm going to play it for you. Let's listen. There's a question from a guy from bankrate.com. I'll let him ask the question and you'll hear Jerome Powell's response here.
From the Financial Stability Oversight Council, among the risks outlined is cryptocurrency. Could you talk about those risks now? And regarding individuals and households, perhaps distinct from the concern about the financial system, do you worry that speculation in this unregulated asset class could hurt their financial well-being, or do you think it has a place in a household's portfolio?
Look, before he answers that question, you understand they're trying to entrap him into saying that crypto is bad for the individual and the households and things like that. They're trying to trap him almost with that leading question. And the fact that they're asking him a question about crypto is big altogether. So let's hear his answer on this one.
So our role with Bitcoin really is to look at, with crypto, really is to look at the banks. And we think it's, banks are perfectly able to serve crypto customers as long as they understand and can manage the risks, and it's safe and sound. As a good number of our banks that we regulate and supervise do that. The threshold has been a little higher for banks engaging in crypto activities, and that's because they're so new. And we don't want to make the mistake. If you're making a choice to conduct that activity inside a bank, which is inside the federal safety net with deposit insurance, then you want to be pretty sure that it's a safe and sound activity. So, we're not against innovation, and we certainly don't want to take actions that would cause banks to terminate customers who are perfectly legal just because of excess risk aversion, maybe related to regulation and supervision. So,
God, a lot said there. I mean, if you go back, banks are perfectly capable. This is a far cry difference from a couple of years ago. So let's go back right to the beginning of his, listen to this again.
Bitcoin really is to look at.
I like how he corrects himself. He said Bitcoin, then he corrected himself and said, well, crypto. So not just Bitcoin.
With crypto really is to look at the banks.
Look at the banks.
We think it's, banks are perfectly able to serve crypto customers.
Right there. Banks are perfectly able to serve crypto customers. Now, you go back a week and you look at what the SEC pulled back. What was it, SAB or SAB 121, where it revokes the rule that said that banks couldn't custody crypto. Is this foreshadowing? What does Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell know that's coming? What is he foreshadowing? this is speculation. I get it. I'm not trying to out here incite riots and move things, and I'm not shilling a coin. I'm just saying that this is pretty interesting that they're saying that banks are perfectly capable of serving the crypto customer, right? And this alone right here could have profound effects. Maybe he already knows. Maybe the Federal Reserve is looking into, and the FDIC is looking into, I'm sure they are now with the regulations changing, how banks could safely use crypto to the American people's advantage. So this, to me, is very, very bullish on crypto. I really think that this is, a sign of things to come. Opening up those channels. Your bank, if you can buy crypto at your bank, if you can hold crypto at your bank, maybe your bank will let you borrow against it. So you don't have to sell your crypto in order to, generate cash flow to do what you want to do. You want to buy a house? Maybe you do a loan against your crypto. You want to buy a car? Maybe you do a loan against your crypto. And the cost of borrowing would go down to some degree, because there's less, they have that collateral and they can reconfiscate it from you if you don't make your loan payment, and they can pay it from your crypto. So the risk goes down, then lending costs go down, and it costs the American consumer less. So they just buy crypto and borrow against it. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but all signs point to we're heading in that direction. Don't know how fast that will happen, but I know I, for one, would rather buy crypto and hold it and borrow against it than use my own cash or hold cash. Cash goes to zero if given enough time because of inflation. So long and short, it was a very, very interesting Fed meeting today. Actually, more interesting than I thought it would be because of that. One of the last questions that was asked today of Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. That's just a lot of words. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. Of what happened, today. Again, no rate hit, no rate increase, no rate decrease. The language is fairly benign when he talked about that. But, it's in this press conference afterwards, at the very end, that we got that little teeny nugget that suggests that banks may or may not have a bigger role in crypto in the future. But I think it's going to be pushing towards may have a bigger role. And this plays in with all the other rumors and things that you heard, the not rumors, facts, that the SEC revoked that rule, SAB 121, that made it so banks couldn't custody your crypto. So the groundwork's being laid, the foundation's being laid for a much friendlier environment for crypto. So I, for one, think this is a good thing today. That's all I got. If you're not a subscriber, like, subscribe, share, do all those things. If you made it this far, please just do me a favor and hit the like button, subscribe, share, and I will see you next time.